welcome to another episode of the Sister to Sister Connection Talk Show. My name is Leticia Campbell. My amazing co-host, Ms. Twonta Davis Jones, is going to be hopping on in just a second. She's actually on her way to join me tonight. But we have an amazing topic, as always, to discuss. And just so you guys know, this is our last episode for season 8 of Sister to Sister Connection. You guys know we do this show in seasons and in segments and things like that. We take a little bit of a break off, and then we're going to be hopping back on for season 9 in 2023. So even though Twonta and I are extremely sad and emotional, guess what you're going to have to do right now, just so you don't miss out on anything. You get to see some private action going on. Go to bit.ly/Sister to Sister Connection and get inside of our Facebook group. That's where we're going to be hanging out while we're on the break from the show. So as you're rolling on in, please say hello. Let me know where you are watching from. And I'm just so excited to have you guys on. So tonight we have an amazing topic, y'all. Hey, Diane, I see you over there, sis. Tonight we have such an amazing topic. As always, we always talk about some hard-hitting conversations that's going to help you spiritually. It's going to help you with stability. And we do that all through sisterhood, okay? Twonta and I show up every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And tonight's topic is, Teresa, will you pop that on the screen for us real quick? Because we're going to be going deep tonight, okay? Deep. So if you haven't done so already, please do me a favor and share this out. Definitely, this is the type of show that you want to share with your sister friends. You want to get it out there to the world so that people can hop on, because we definitely like to stir up some awesome conversations just about self-care, life, and things like that. So tonight's topic is how you think is how you be. How you think is how you be. Okay, we're gonna really dive into some awesome talking points. Also, right after the show, we do something called the Afterglow, and during the Afterglow, it's a private Zoom. It's like a private Zoom conversation. We don't record it. You guys hop on after the show, right after we done with this live, and we hit that in live broadcast. We hop on to the Afterglow. It's not recorded. You don't have to have your camera on. We discuss more deeply into tonight's topic, and then we basically talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. So we hang out for about an hour, and it's fun. And I think it's great when you are connecting with so many like-minded women. It was so interesting, right? Back in 2015, when I really started to take my business seriously online, right? I was always promoting my brand and things like that. But in 2015, something major happened for me. And so I really transitioned into really making the focus of creating income for myself a priority. But I realized that the majority of my support system, the majority of my support community came from online. How many of y'all have had that happen to you, where right now, currently, the most support you're getting is from women, individuals, communities that you come across and rub elbows with online? And in the past, that was kind of weird for me, but now it's for most of us, it's part of the norm, because you get to connect with so many people all over the world, literally all over the world. So definitely, guys, let me know where you're watching from, because we all want to know where you're watching from all over the world. I'm from New York, just so you guys know. I'm born and raised here. I never lived anywhere else. Don't plan to live anywhere else. Mother of 5 amazing children, and Twonta and I has been doing this show for a very long time. We're ending, guys. This is season 8. Tonight is the last show of season 8. So definitely, join us for the Afterglow right after this, so we can hang out, right? Because we're not going to really be hanging out until next year. But if you're not in our Facebook group, right, you can go onto Facebook right now and type in Sister to Sister Connection, and you will see our group. It's called Sister to Sister Connection Tribe. Sister to Sister Connection Tribe, okay? So let's jump into tonight's topic. How you think is how you be. How you think is how you be. Before we get into these points, I want to say this. Last year, I feel like God really brought me into this huge epiphany and I've heard this saying before. Somebody told me this saying a long time ago. If you think you can't, or if you think you can't, you're right. If any of you have ever heard of that saying, type in yes. If you think you can, or if you think you can't, you're right. If you think you can be successful, you're 100% right. You're 1,000% right. Hey, LaShawn, if you think you cannot be successful, you're also right. You're also right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why? It all goes according to how you feel. And it really taps into the fact that we have to find, and yeah, great, Diane LaShawn, you guys heard of it, right? Awesome. It's really good for you guys to tap into your own motivation, because instead of waiting for people to help you to get out of your hole. I was talking to my client, one of my clients this morning. Her name is Kimberly Anderson, right? She's a health and wellness coach. She has other businesses as well. And I shared this experience with her where I told her, every time I am in any type of financial turmoil in the past, or just, trying to get things going and moving, I always say, Leticia, you got to dig yourself out of this hole. You got to dig yourself out of this hole. I do not wait on anybody to motivate me. If any of you are my clients and you're on here, if you've been a client of mine, you know me. But one thing, Leticia moves. Okay. I don't let nothing hold me back. I don't wake up in the morning looking for people to inspire me and push me forward. I get up in my morning. All I need is my prayer. Okay. My Bible app. Right. I know LaShawn got a Bible app, because whenever I see that she's finished with the different like scriptures, she posts it and stuff. But that's really all I need. And it took me years to realize that. And it's still every day I have to work on remembering that all I need is God and myself, because that is so important, guys, because sometimes it is only just you and God. I'm just being honest. It is just you and God. You don't have anybody else in your corner but you and God. And that's how you have to operate in when it comes to anything in life, right? When it comes to anything in life. So let's pull up the first talking point real quick so we could dive into this conversation. Twanta's going to be pulling all in just a second, y'all. She's on her way. She's definitely on her way. So here's the thing. You are a world changer. You are a world changer. Put in the chat for me real quick. I am a world changer. I am a world changer. When I see a couple of those in the chat, even if you're watching this on a replay, type it in. I am a world changer. I am a world changer. Please put that in the comments, in the chat real quick, because we're going to do some work today, right? And trust me, I love hopping on and entertaining y'all, and we all love hopping on and giving y'all encouragement and everything. But I really, since this is our last episode of season 8, right? Season 8, I really want to give you guys some homework to do and some legwork to do to take you on into the new year. I am a game changer. I am a game changer. Now, what is a game changer? Let me look up the actual definition of game changer. I want to get this right. The actual definition. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second, y'all. I got to connect something. Oh, it's working. 1 second, y'all. Okay, sorry about that. I am a game changer. So let me look up the definition of game changer real quick. Okay, it says a procedure that affects a significant shift in a current manner of doing or thinking about something, So when I look at that is where it said the word shift. Hey, Shanta. Hey, Natalia, how are you? Game changers are shift makers. Okay? We shift things. Okay? We don't sit and worry. We don't sit and complain. If you're a complainer, you're not a game changer. I can't stand being around people that complain. Are y'all that way? Let me make sure I'm in the room with the right people. Do any of y'all can't stand? I can't stand being around women, men, children, whoever who complain. Okay, because if you are a real game changer, you shift things around. Nothing is really like a huge catastrophe. Because let me be honest, y'all, we live here in the U.S. and I have to say, this is one of the best countries to live in the world. And yes, we may have our problems, we may have our situations, but in the day, we have so much freedom and luxuries available to us that most of us are not capitalizing on. I said this on the last show, right? of where my grandfather, my great grandfather, was born in the Dominican Republic. When he came here, when he came to America, he opened a cab stand. He opened a dry cleaners as well. He didn't just want to be an entrepreneur. It wasn't like, oh, this is my passion to come from Dominican Republic, not really understand the English language, right? He did it because there was no choice. This is why I have a huge um, a place in my heart from anybody who is not from here, who came here from another country and just hit the ground running with starting their own businesses and things like that. Because for most, that was their only option, right? So here's the thing, y'all. Game changers, we create shifts. We create shifts in the market. We create shifts for our family. We create shifts for women, men, children, you name it. We create shifts, right? We shift things around. And the thing is about being a game changer is that a world changer, this is talking about the world changer. You can't stay stuck and complacent, right? When there are times where you're in doubt, when you're doubting yourself, like my girl, Natanya Dowell, she just did a webinar workshop earlier today. And I do workshop webinars practically every single week in my business. And you guys know there's times where every time I do a workshop, before I hit that live button on Zoom, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. Oh my God, what if nobody buys? Oh my God, what if people come on and then hop off? But I always have to tell myself, I'm changing the reality of my children. I'm changing the reality of my family. I'm changing the reality of myself. Because when you're building a business, you're really starting with changing yourself first. That's the first woman you're going to change. Okay. So we got to get out of this ego all the time, this bad, poor ego, this poor thinking of feeling like we are not going to change people's lives positively through our story, through our message, through our products, through our services, through all those different things. You are a world changer. Yes, you are, Paula. You are a world changer, right? When you are a world changer, when you tell yourself that every day, you got to kill the negative noise that comes up in your own mind. Forget about your naysayers. We talked about naysayers last week. Forget about the people around you who are only telling you negative after negative after negative. Give me 1 second, y'all. Looks like I'm all right, guys. Can y'all see me? Let me know if y'all can see me, because it looked like I was a little bit foggy there. If y'all can still see me, let me know. Somebody say something in the comments. Okay, it looks like I'm good. So when you know that you are a world changer, yeah, right, Natanya. Yes, kill the negative noise. You gotta kill the negative noise. And this is why it's so important that whether you have a business or not, you need to have goals in front of you. Okay? Because Natanya said this today. What did you say, Natanya? You said your dreams, your vision, your goals, all those things is going to make room for you. Your blessings is going to make room for you. It is the truth, guys. It is such the truth. So the thing is about being a world changer, guys, you got to stop listening to the negative noise. And guess what? You got to put your goals in front of you. You got to put your goals in front of you. Now, I don't do this thing like most people do where they put their goal for the year, they go for the month. I position my day to where I have a goal this week and I have a goal per day. Okay? That's how I look at it as. I look at it as by the end of today, tonight, this is the goal I need to accomplish. Because I want each and every one of you to make sure, and I'm not an affiliate of this book or anything like that. You got to purchase the 12, what is it called, Therese? The 12 work week. Let me look it up. Hold on 1 second. I have it here in my home, but I want to make sure I got the title right. 12-hour work week, I think it's called. No, it's called the 12-week year. Okay. That's what the book is called. Have any of y'all ever read that book? It's called The 12-Week Year. You can get it on Amazon. Again, I'm not an affiliate of it. You can get it on Kindle. You could get it on Audible, hardcover. You can even get it in a CD. Yes, The 12-Week Year. It's written by Brian Moran. 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 That book, when I first read it, and I don't know when it was written, but I remember reading it like back around 2016. That book right there was a game changer for me. Okay. It's called The 12-Week Year. Okay. Amazing book, because from the first chapter, what I've learned was that we got to stop looking at our goals and making it like 12 months. How many of y'all have done that? Where when that ball drops, you say, hey, I want to make $1 million this year. I have a SSA program, and we're actually, I'm helping my clients build their 7-figure year next year, right? But I'm not telling them, listen, write your goal each month and focus on reaching that goal. Because you know what's going to happen? Once January comes, they're going to think, oh, I got 11 months to make it. Once February comes, oh, I got 10 more months to make it. Once March comes, all right, I know I haven't done anything in January and February, but okay, March, okay, I got 9 more months to make it, right? To make that 7 figures or whatever. It's the same thing for weight loss or whatever it is you're trying to set a goal for yourself. When you give yourself so much time, you're actually taking yourself further away from your goal. Did y'all understand that real quick? When you give yourself a shorter period of time, right? So you shorten the amount of time to reach that goal, but you are hitting the gas on your tasks, okay? On your daily operations in your business or in your life, right? You're going to get to that. You're going to actually run into your goal. Y'all get what I'm saying? When you're running so fast and you're so consistent and you're so on top of it, despite life happening, right? I want y'all to really get that out of your head all the time, because life is going to happen in 2023. I see that from so many people. Oh my God, life happens today. You can tell I have 5 kids. Every day something's going on. Every day something's going on. I was going to come on here with some makeup on. I was going to, do a little some of my edges. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the edge control and do all that. Guess what? The kids, and Therese will tell you, the kids was driving me crazy today. I had to go to an office today, and I was there for like 4 or 5 hours. Okay. Something happened down the street from my kids, my oldest son's school. So the whole school had to go into lockdown. I was all the way in Brooklyn at the time. So I'm like on the phone, like, what's going on? So I didn't get no time to do my makeup, nothing. I'm sitting here, shirt on, no bra, no pants. Okay. So I'm not put together tonight, but I'm here. And I made a commitment to myself years ago. And those of you who are my clients, especially my OG clients, y'all know how I roll. I don't care how I'm feeling. I don't care what's going on in my personal life. I show the hell up. I show up. I was in a hospital before Christmas, and I was sitting there, Therese will tell you, I was in Messenger answering my client's message. I was in emails. I was doing when I couldn't type. I was like, yeah, so, I show up. And some people may say, broke-minded people may say, well, you need days off. You need to da-da-da. Stop being around broke-minded people, y'all. And the reason why I don't take off, because I haven't accomplished my goal. See, we get that 7-day thing in our minds, like, oh, well, God rested on the 7th day. God, y'all need to read the Bible again, the Genesis again on that. He rested when he completed what he put out there into the universe. If you didn't reach your goal or help somebody else reach their goals, guess what's going to happen? You need to be working 7 days a week. You need to be on top of your business. You need to be in your grind 7 days a week. You haven't earned the right to put your feet up. Okay? If you're trying to be a world changer, you got to do things that broke-minded people don't do. You got to do things that are not normal. Okay? To get to where you need to get to. And let me tell you guys something. People are going to look at you like you're crazy. They're going to look at you like, girl, you're freaking sane. And you got to you say, you know what? I got to keep moving. I gotta keep moving. Let me see what y'all saying here. I don't want to miss y'all comments. Y'all can't hear me? LaShawn, you say you can't. Can y'all hear me? Look at this cup my husband brought me today. Y'all know I'm a huge cup whore. You know what I'm saying? No, no, like, excuse my French. But he got me this cup from Dunkin' Donuts, y'all. Ain't it cute? Mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry. Okay, thank you, Therese. All right, let me post some comments here. Yeah, life is always going to happen on Shanta. That's the thing. That's the thing. When we are working towards something, the devil is always going to put a crowbar, right, in our way. It's almost like if you're driving a car. My father used to race cars, right? And somebody puts those little spikes up on the road. Guess what? You're going to get flat tire. Guess what? Get a new tire. When life happens, go replace your tires. Not literally, but mentally. When life happens for me, when things are going crazy, you know what I do? I look at Haka. If y'all don't know what Haka is, I need you to go on YouTube after the show and look up Haka. And if you see any of y'all ever saw Haka? We used to, when I went to Bali, Indonesia for the first time, I actually got to see a group of individuals do Haka in person. And let me tell you something, in person is a game changer. But I do Haka. And when I do that, that's me replacing my tires and getting myself back in the game. Y'all know my inner animal is a lion, right? So I roar like a lion. You got to do different things to get. It's what God calls. You got to get yourself ready for war. And that's even like, if you go back into the history of it all, is even something of tradition that's even based all the way in Africa. It was like getting your body ready for war. You know what I'm saying? Putting on that armor for war. You know what I'm saying? All right. Thank you, Shanta. She said, I inspire her. You needed this? I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yeah. Shanta said, I'm not shopping. I'm about to beast up. You just hit my switch. That's right. You got to hit your own switch, y'all. It ain't nothing like hitting your own switch. Whatever it is you got to do or listen to hit that switch, you got to get it. You got to hit it. You got to hit it. I tell my clients all the time, jump and grow your wings on the way down. I think that's so important because if you want to be a world changer, you got to first change yourself. You got to change the way you do things. You got to, Robin, what's up? You got to change the way you do things. You got to change the way you think. Okay. You got to change things up. Therese, let's go to the second point, y'all. Let's go to the second point. Let's hop on over to that second point, y'all. Okay. You are a visionary. I want you to type this in the chat right now. I am a visionary. I am a visionary. Can you explain Haka? How is it spelled? Oh, I'm gonna spell it for you right now. Now, when you see it, listen, I don't want to explain it right now. I want y'all to see it happening. Haka spells Haka. There's different forms of Haka. Some people do Haka for weddings. So it's like the groomsmen, like the brothers, the fathers, the cousins of the bride will be on one side and the groom will be on the other side, and there'll be like a Haka, like the husband is proving to the family, because basically when you're getting married, your siblings and all of them are passing you on to your husband, right? So that it's like a ceremonial thing. There's also Haka for sports, for schools, for so much. This is not a tradition here in America. So like I said, when I first was introduced to Haka, I was in Bali, Indonesia, the first time I was there. They do a Haka in Hawaii. I mean, it's Haka, African style Haka. I mean, so much Haka. It's Haka dance. It's really, really good. Now, I want y'all to see it, and then you're going to really get the whole grasp of it. Shanta said, I already knew. I'm learning how to separate from money. I'm learning how to separate from money. When your money gets funny, we get foggy, and in the end, we have everything we need right now. Let me tell you something. And some of y'all may not agree with this. In the past, And I'm telling you right now, those of y'all who've been a client of mine for a long time, y'all know I'm not lying when I say this. Whenever I went through a financial depression in my life, I spent more money. I'll never forget this. My father embedded something in me, rest in peace to his spirit, his soul, everything, that I will always have attached to me. I think I'm going to tattoo this. I was talking to my husband a couple of months ago, and he was like, "What's the next tattoo you're going to get?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know. I think this is the next tattoo I'm going to get." When he told me that, he said, "Tish," they used to call me Tish, "it takes money to make money." I'm telling y'all right now. He said it takes money to make money. So whenever I was ever in a financial depression, I spent more money. And I'm not talking about $100. I'm not talking about $200. I'm talking about 15,000. I'm talking about 10,000. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? It was sometimes I didn't even keep a count. I'm not talking about on anything. I'm talking about on things, seeding money into things that I was going to get and I have gotten a return back from. Because I look at money as a bridge. Hey, Miss Anderson, I use money as a bridge. Like, for example, today, normally on Tuesday and Wednesdays, I normally just distribute money here and there. You know what I'm saying? I always look at, if I put something here, this is what I'm going to get back. Okay? And you don't even have to have it like that, Shanta. You don't even have to have it like that. You could spend, the point I'm trying to make is seeding. Because if you have one of the things my father taught me is that if you're going through a financial depression, you're seeding your money in the wrong places. Okay? And let me tell you something, Shanta, I didn't have that either. I had to move some things around. You know what I'm saying? I had to call some numbers and say, you know what? I want a deduction now. No, I'm supposed to wait till when I turn 65, but I want it now. I know I'm going to get a penalty, but give it to me now because I need to seed it over here. And y'all get it? You feel what I'm saying? Because that's what it is. You got to use your money as a bridge. Okay? We got to alter our relationship with money and saying, well, if I'm going through a financial turmoil right now, then I'm not really putting my money into things that is growing me anything. I'm just spending money. I'm just spending money, right? So visionary, y'all, type in the chat real quick. I am a visionary. I'm going to read off the definition of visionary, which is visionary, thinking about or planning the future with imagination or wisdom. Imagination or wisdom. So that means that as you guys are typing in the word, I am a visionary in the chat, you also have to have a mindset that has no limitations to it. Because if you are limiting yourself right now, instead of saying, well, I'm going to put this out there, I'm going to launch this, I'm going to invest this, I'm going to spend time on this, and you have without a doubt know that God is going to bring you the people, the collaborations that you need that's going to come back to you. If you're not thinking that, then you're not a visionary. Y'all feel what I'm saying here? You cannot be a visionary and be afraid to show up. You cannot be a visionary and get in your own way. You cannot be a visionary and be an overthinker. I can't stand when people tell me, "Oh, I overthink. I'm an overthinker." No, you just use a fancy word of it. You calling yourself an excuse maker. You see what I'm saying? We put these fancy words. Oh, I have anxiety. Oh, I'm an overthinker. Oh, I'm perfectionist. No, you are a broke-minded person, and you lazy, and you just want to make excuses. Listen, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. I got 5 kids. Hello, I can't make excuses. I can't have any time to put those things in my head. Listen, me being a Black woman and having all these obstacles in front of our way, we got to stop putting all these excuses on ourselves. And I just explained to Shanta, you become a visionary when you stop limiting yourself. Okay? And if you are that person who has anxiety, then do something about it. LaShawn says anxiety is real. Okay, if you do have anxiety, I wake up every morning, I'm anxious. Do something about it then. Do something about it. I'm talking to the people, LaShawn, that use that word anxiety as an excuse. I know it's a medical condition, but there's a lot of people around here that use that word and they're not getting addressed. Okay, they're not doing what they need to handle that situation. I have anxiety all the time, but I do something about it. There's a lot of people that use those words. I'm talking to the people that use those words as a crutch. And those people know that I'm talking about, know it's them. I'm talking to the people that use the word I'm a perfectionist as a crutch to not launch, as a crutch to not promote, as a crutch to not be consistent. Okay? They do use all these words and terms and put those things on themselves. I get what's a medical condition and what's not a medical condition. But if you're walking around here and you're not defining a solution for it, but you complain about the fact that you're suffering, or you just want to be on the complaining side. You want to be on a pity side. There's women out there that just wants people to just feel sorry for them. I'm sorry, that's not me. Right, there you go. Shanta said, I don't have a problem with showing up. I need to plan better overall. Absolutely. Plan things out. You know, one of the things that I struggle with was the fact that I was like, I wish I had more hours in a day. That I swear to you, I used to sit here and be like, oh my God, I only have 24 hours in a day. I wish I had 35, 60. I just needed more hours in a day. But my solution to that was, Tisha, you got to start, just like what you were saying, Shanta, you got to start planning out your day. That's what I had to tell myself. I had to sit here. Google Calendar is my life, y'all. How many of y'all use Google Calendar? It's my life. I have hour by hour what I need to do. I have minute by minute what I need to get done. Every hour of the day, I have something that I need to do so I can maximize my time. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Let's bring up the next point. Let's bring up the next point. Yeah, Ms. Anderson said, people without a vision, people without a vision perish. I'm a visionary. Absolutely. You got to have a vision. And let me tell you something, even if you are suffering from overwhelm, suffering from saying I'm a perfectionist, suffering from fear, suffering from procrastination, suffering from anxiety, and you're not working towards a vision, how are you going to get yourself out of that? How are you going to get yourself out of that? Everybody, we all have trauma. My father passed away when I graduated from high school of AIDS. Y'all don't think that's trauma? Back then, when it came to the whole world of AIDS back then, I'm talking about way back then, people looked at you like they didn't want to touch you. Y'all remember back then when AIDS breakout came, when they thought, oh, if I sit on the toilet with somebody, I'm going to get it. If I share somebody's drink with them, I'm going to get it. If I'm sitting next to somebody and they breathe on me, you know, I couldn't tell my friends for years what he died of. I said my father passed away of cancer. We all got some form of trauma on us. And to be quite honest, I had to work my way through that through therapy, okay, through communication, through all of that. I don't want you guys to leave here and allow all this trauma, all this medical depression, all these things to be your defining moment. I don't want on y'all obituary saying, oh, suffer from anxiety, oh, suffer from depression. I want y'all, what do y'all want on your obituary? We put on these things onto ourselves instead of trying to lift ourselves out of the hole, right? Let me see what Shanta said real quick. Hey, Tanya, how are you? Shanta said, well, one of my businesses is picking up. My goal is to have my online business in automation. All right. I know I can do it. I ask myself, why do I hold back? Yes, you can do it. But you got to really believe you can, guys, and create that environment for yourself that really allows you to be most productive. One of my, I don't want to call it a flaw. I'm going to call it a challenge. I have to time myself when I'm doing things because my brain is like a hamster wheel. Like I go from one thing to the next real fast. And I'm not good at multitasking. I have to handle one thing at a time. So I will sit here, whether I'm doing dishes, whether I am working my business or doing a particular project. And on my phone, I have a timer, and I sit here and I say, okay, Leticia, set time for 30 minutes and don't do anything else. Don't watch TV. Don't answer an email. Don't look at social media. I do that so I can stay focused, because anything distracts me. I'm being honest with y'all. There's things that distract me. If I don't have certain limitations, and this also helps me with my anxiety. If I don't have certain things in place to make myself focus on tasks, I won't get anything done. I'll be going in circles. Okay, I won't get anything done. Yes. Yeah, do it, Shanta. It's really good. There's even apps that you can download. Okay, where you put the timer on, it like builds like a tree or something, a bridge or something like that. It's really good, but a timer works very well for me. Okay. Oh, number 3. Let's get into number 3. You are a mass producer. Okay. You are a mass producer. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm looking away. I'm actually typing in the actual definition of these words to help move y'all along. I am a mass producer. Okay. I want y'all to type it in the chat. I am a mass producer. What does a producer stand for? A producer is a person, company, or country that makes, a person, company, or a country that makes, grow, or supplies good. No, that's not that's like another definition. Specs, making movies. Okay, let's look at some words for that. A builder, a maker, a creator. So really what you're saying when you say that I am a producer, thanks LaShawn, thank you Shanta, thank you Diane, you got to position yourself as a builder, right? You got to position yourself as somebody who makes things. You got to position yourself as a creator. You also got to position yourself as a server, okay? Because especially if you're building a business, you have to know that you are called to serve. You got to serve people. You got to help people. You got to help people even when they don't like what you said. You get what I'm saying? There's times where as a mentor, as a coach, as any of you for that matter, you may say certain things that may hurt somebody's feelings, but it's the truth. And then eventually you realize that's what happened to me in the past. I had mentors and coaches that said certain things that hurt my feelings at the time. But the thing is, years later, I realized, oh, she had to tell me that in order for me to get where I'm at today. A producer is a grower. That's another word for it. Hey, Wakita, what are you growing right now? Are you growing complaining? Are you growing your anxiety? Are you growing your worrying? Are you growing your hatred in yourself? How many of y'all have said things to yourself that wasn't pushing you forward, it was actually pushing you behind? Because you could be a mass negative producer, just like you can produce things that are positive. You're still producing something, whether it's negative or positive. So I want to ask you a question. What are you producing right now? What are you planning on producing for next year? Whether it's for yourself, for others, or both. Also, part of being a producer is another word here. It says manager. As you're producing things, you got to manage the things that you are producing. And that's going to help somebody. Saying sometimes people show up one time, and when they don't see that something works, they just stop. That happened to me in the past, where I remember my first webinar. I'm like, oh, nobody bought anything. Nobody showed up. I was like, okay, I'm going to stop. But if you're going to be a mass producer, you got to keep producing even when nobody shows up, even when you're not seeing the benefit of your producing. You still got to do it, because consistency wins every time. Mass producer is you being consistent, is you being resilient, is you creating a plan and staying consistent with that plan. If you're like, okay, today is Wednesday, you may say, okay, there's a lot of things that you didn't get done. Okay, then are you planning on getting it done tomorrow? Are you making room for making sure that you're going to accomplish those things that you didn't get to today, tomorrow? You're going to make those things a priority, or you're going to be working on the next thing and the next thing and pushing yourself further behind. That's right, Wakitha. You can't stop. You can't stop. You can't stop, y'all. Each and every one of you on here, on the sound of my voice, has millions of people out there that need you to show up. LaShawn, you have millions and trillions of people out there that need you to launch. Shanta, you have millions and trillions of women out there that needs to hear from you. Wakitha, you have millions and trillions of women and families out there that needs your dolls in their hand. It is your obligation to show up in such a massive way. And each and every one of us wear a crown. And I was just telling someone this a few weeks ago. I said, each and every one of us wears a crown. And yes, there's days and moments and times where our crowns are so heavy. It's not easy holding up our crowns, y'all, but we got to hold it up. We got to stand tall. Okay, we got to keep pushing. We got to keep striving. We got to keep producing. It's so important, y'all. It's so, oh, if y'all on our YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. I don't know. I forgot how many, we're trying to get to 100 subscribers before the end of this year. So again, hop on over to our YouTube channel, Sister to Sister Connection, and make sure that you are subscribed to our channel. Let's bring up the next point. Let's bring up the next point. If you're getting any value out of this, let me know down below. We're also gonna do, after the next point, a segment that we call "What's News, Baby?" Yes, you are an umbrella of your storm. You are an umbrella of your storm. You are the problem solver. You are the solution maker. Okay, you are the risk taker. Okay, you are the example that people are going to look to and say, if Miss Anderson can do it, so can I. Okay, if LaShawn can do it, so can I. If Shanta can do it, so can I. If Diane can do it, so can I. You are the umbrella of your storm, because there's always going to be a storm. There's always going to be a storm. There's always going to be a challenge, an obstacle, something coming up that's trying to take you out and limit you. You are the umbrella of your storm. Y'all get that part? So we got to stop waiting for other people to fight our storms, to save us from our storms, and get out there and say, you know what? I'm going to be the savior of this storm. I'm going to be the person that's going to discover a solution to this problem. I'm going to be the person that's going to conquer this obstacle. Okay? That's what you need to do. And that's who you are. That's who you are, guys. So I want y'all to walk away from this conversation not being upset. Because if you're upset right now, then you're really not getting what I'm trying to tell you. But I want you guys to really be liberated to say, you know what? All these 4 points that Leticia talked about tonight, I'm going to start implementing. I'm going to start implementing ways to become a world changer. I'm going to start finding more better ways to not only create the vision for myself and or my business or both, but work on an execution plan to do that. I'm going to make sure that as I'm trying to create mass production for my life, that I'm going to stay consistent, that I'm going to stay resilient, that I'm going to continue to grow and evolve. Okay? Not always be having tissue paper feelings. Okay? And also, I'm going to start to create solutions to my challenges, because storms are always going to come. Yes, you guys are out there, you're creating your goals for next year. Best to believe the minute you write down, put that pen and paper, and you write down that first sentence of what you're going to be accomplishing or what you hope and wish to accomplish for next year, the devil already knows. He's going to play around with you. He's going to do things to come into your path. So while you guys are getting prepared for 2023 of all the greatness that you're going to accomplish, get prepared for the storms that are going to come too. When a storm does come, what is going to be your solution plan? If something does come up, how are you going to put stuff away, even financially, so that if something does come up out of the blue, you got it taken care of? Who do you have in your tribe right now? The women and men around you right now that are inspiring, that are doing things in their own life that you're looking at and say, okay, I want to be around runners. That's how I am. That's what really motivates me, is to get around my core entrepreneur women that I follow and listen to and watch. They're running. Even some men. I listen to Grant Cardone a lot as well. They're runners, right? Always have new ideas, always have new concepts, all those things. Look at that as well. Because when the people around you do also help you through the storm as well. Because if you're around a lot of people that make excuses, that get stuck on all the things that they put on themselves, or just things that they deal with day to day, and allow that to consume them, right? You're not really getting anything out of that relationship or that situation. Okay? So, Therese, do we have anything for What's News? And just so you guys know, we're about to do the afterglow right after the show. Therese put the Zoom link in the chat real quick. What do we have for What's News, Therese? What do we have for What's News? Also, one of the things that we're going to be implementing for next season is for you guys to hop on the show. And I think Twonta call it what's going on with you. I think we're making another segment of the show where you're able to hop on and let us know what you have coming up in your life, your business, and you want to share it with our audience. So I think I'm definitely super excited about that. What do we have for What's News? All right, we're going to pull that up for you guys. Thank you, Diane. Oh, I'm sorry, Diane, I missed your comment. Oh, what is this? 10-year-old black girl. 10-year-old black girl gives $1,000 away this holiday season. Oh my God. That is awesome. Do y'all see this? Yes. Marilyn said, my daddy always said, you got to look out for the rainy days. I am my umbrella. Absolutely. You got to be prepared. Absolutely. That is awesome. 10-year-old. Do y'all realize how many more, there's so much more young entrepreneurs around, more than it ever was in history, for what I've noticed. I guess because of, the way social media is, more and more of them are being more highlighted. But this right here is exciting. And Teresa's going to put the article to this in the chat. She just popped it right there. Yeah, check this article out, y'all. That is amazing. Because I know growing up, I was really into dolls. Like, I love dolls growing up, Used to have a dollhouse and everything. So this young black girl has given away $1,000 away this holiday season. That is just awesome. That is super awesome, guys. Let me pull up this article as well, because I want to read this article as well. So it says 10-year-old Zoe, her name is Zoe Ali, is giving away $1,000 away this holiday season to young girls in need. She has partnered with several nonprofit organizations, including Atlanta Children's Shelter, Partner for Southern Equity, Girls Who Brunch Tour, and others, to distribute the dolls. She's a 6th grade author, y'all, entrepreneur, CEO of Beauty Curly. Okay, she's the CEO, guys, of Beautiful Curly Me. It's an Atlanta-based, mission-driven toy company empowering girls through natural hair dolls, y'all. Okay, natural hair dolls, puzzles, and storybooks. Wow, I'm definitely going to be following her. Zoe launched her company at 7 years old. Right now, she is 10. So she's been launching it since she was 7 years old. Her mom's help with her mom's help after she overcame self-esteem challenges. Oh my God. This is a girl with determination. Her line of dolls, books, and accessories instill and inspire confidence in young Black and brown girls. Yes, for every doll purchase on beautifulcurlyme.com. Teresa, if you could put her website in the chat, it's called beautifulcurlyme.com. One is given to a young, underdeserved girl. That is amazing. See, that's representation for you right there. That's representation for you right there. I'm really big on representation. Even when the second version of the Black Panther movie came out, you know, people were like, oh my God, you know, this is so make-believe. But it's about representation, right? That we see people like us in the movies, in the products that we buy every day. It's super important. So it says Zoe gives back regularly and is so excited to impact 1,000 girls, especially this time of year, to bring smiles to their faces and also inspire them. That's amazing, y'all. What do y'all think about this? What do y'all think about this? I think this is awesome. Yes, you're right, Miss Anderson. This is such a great job. It really, really is. Because, you know, getting something like this for especially a young girl is amazing. I mean, when you're looking at undeserved children, right? Underdeserved children, you know, they may not be getting any presents for the holidays or any time, you know, with their family. I used to work with the mentally ill, y'all, like diagnosed people who are diagnosed as mentally ill. And when we would do Christmas parties for them, gift giving for them, it meant a lot. It really, really did meant a lot. So I think this is absolutely amazing. Okay, that this young lady is doing this, especially such as a young age. Such a huge giver at a young age. I think definitely still the fact that she already has that instilled in her. I think it's amazing, y'all. I think it's absolutely amazing. So listen, everybody, this is the last episode, the last show for season 8. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to make sure I got the right season right. Season 8 of the. Thank you, Therese. I got the look on my calendar right. So this is the last episode of season 8 of our Sister to Sister Connection talk show. Twonta and I are going to be back again to kick off season 9 on January 4th, 2023. But here's the thing, y'all. You got to get inside our group, y'all. It's free to join our group, bit.ly/Sister to Sister Connection. Get in there because we're going to have some fun inside the group while we are off from the show. But I'm wishing each and every one of you a happy, peaceful, wonderful holiday, y'all. Stay safe, stay positive, stay motivated, and really go into the new year with full-on excitement. Yes, there's going to be challenges. Yes, there's going to be obstacles. But when you have a full-on excitement, you're able to take on anything in the world. Okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, love on your sister and more importantly, yourself, y'all. I'll see y'all next year. Bye, guys.